Hey folks, welcome to Bear Metal Forge. The only thing we're going to do today is, I know it's late afternoon, got in here kind of cleaning up the forge a little bit, working on the hood from a coal forge. The only thing I'm really going to do today is just kind of do like a little S-hook. Other than that, there really ain't much going on today, but I hope y'all like the video. If you do, like and subscribe. I've got other videos. If y'all would, just check them out, watch them. And if you like any of them, comment. Like I said, like and subscribe. Thanks. Got a little jig. What it is, I welded these up. All it is just to help make S-hooks different sizes. Welded them up. However, I don't have a shank on them, so I can't put them in the hardy hole. I just have to put them in the vise, and then that'll work from there. That's just a round rod that I had. So what I'm doing is I forged out the tip on it, tip, which is taper it out, and then I'm just going to forge it square, and from there then I'll make my hook, and then I can put a little twist in it, because with the with round rod there's no way that you can tell that you've twisted it. So what I do is a lot of times is I take my round rod, is I square it off, and then I can taper it. And that's if I don't have any of the square rod that I normally use. It's real easy to just take the round, square it, twist it, gives a little decorative piece to it. But it's something simple. And if you're just starting out doing forging, it's something really easy to do. I know a lot of times one of the guys that I watch, John Switzer on Black Bear Forge, a lot of the stuff he does is, even though he does round rod, he does square, octagon, round. Some of the stuff he does is round to square. He can do, the guy does amazing work. If you can watch him, go to his channel, and it's Black Bear Forge. Go to his channel, check him out. If you like his videos, like and subscribe. I try to show some of the stuff that I do on here, to help the beginners. Like I said, round rod, you can square it and do the same thing with it, put a twist in it. But if you like my videos, like and subscribe, and we're gonna get back to doing this little S-hook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that tip, grind it over, I waited too long to get that heat on it. So what I'm going to do is I'll reheat it, and I'll get the little scroll on it, and then I'll bend it in a little jig. But on these S-hooks, and anytime you do any type of scroll work, whether it's flat, round, octagon, or square, once you get that rolled out and get that scroll work done, cool that little bit of scroll work off before you put it in your jig to bend it and do your hooks or any other type of reverse scroll work. That way you don't mess up the initial scroll work that you did on that tip. And as you're doing these scroll works, take your hammer and kind of do like glancing blows. That'll curve it in a little bit more. Sometimes it's good when you're doing this stuff to make sure you have a little bit longer piece of metal that you're working with. That way you can hold on to it and don't have to worry about using your tongs. Especially like with somebody like me, if you're starting out, you don't have a lot of tongs. I do have different sets of them. Some I've made. Some I ordered from Ken's Custom Iron. Check them out. They have quick tongs and rapid tongs. One set is a medium duty to light duty, and the other one is a heavy duty set. The rapid tongs are a light to medium duty. The quick tongs are the heavy duty ones. Are thicker. They're blanks, but you can heat them up, forge the end of them however you want to. You can twist them, and then other than that, all you need to do is, and it comes with a good grief, it comes with a rivet, so you can rivet them together. The only other thing you need to do is draw the reins out and make them more comfortable for you, or you can leave them how they are. It's up to you. I've got a couple sets that I ordered from Ken's Custom Iron, and they worked out really good, and some I've made from scratch, and but other than that, I mean, I've got a few sets of tongs, and they work really good, so I like them. So like I said, you cool the tip of it, then you get it in your jig, and bend it, and that'll give you one side of your S-hook. And then all we got to do is finish squaring some more of this round rod off, and then that'll give us the rest of it. Since I've gotten to do the other end of it, I've lost my my handle, so I can hold it with my hand. So now I'm going to have to revert to the tongs, and then that'll help me finish it up. Because what I'll do is, like I said before, I'll square that round rod off, cut it, and then I'll put the other end of the S-hook on. I'd really like to give a shout out, if y'all are in the Fayetteville, Eastover area of North Carolina. I'd like to give a shout out to Todd Thurman at Eastover Trading Company. He supplies me with the gas to run my forge with. If y'all are in the area and if you're looking for some deer, corn, chainsaw work, mowers, Exmark, if y'all would go by, give him a holler, and he'll do what he can to help you out. And good folks, good service, great equipment. Look him up. lot of that stuff, whenever you're working with your Hardy tool, you don't want to take your hammer and beat right over the top of it. Don't ever cut it all the way through on your Hardy tool, because if you do, what you'll do is you'll wind up losing that edge on it, because you'll hit it. No matter how much you harden this thing, when you hit it with the hammer, you're going to lose that edge on it. So what you do is you hammer it down a little bit, get it almost all the way through, try to hammer it on one side, that'll finish cutting it, or you can take it and get 2 sets of tongs and twist it and break it off. But one thing you don't ever want to do is screw up your Hardy tool. All you want to do at this point is, once you take your round rod, just make sure it's square, make sure it's straight. The only bad thing about this is when you get it to that point that it's this small, you can see that it cools off really, really quickly. So you want to try to keep that heat. So as soon as you get it squared, get it back in your forge, and then that should help you with the heat, and it won't take as long to heat back up if you need to do more work to it. But now that I've got it squared like I want, what I'll do is I'll take it and taper it at the end, give it the opposite turn once I get that little scroll on the end, and then our little S hook will be done. This right here is a set of V-bit tongs that I made. Made them out of a set of a 1/4 inch steel plate. The rivets for it I got from Tractor Supply. If you go to Tractor Supply, they usually have like a little bag that has an assortment of rivets in it. And they work really good for stuff like this. Even if you have this is 1/8 plate, not 1/4 inch, but this is 1/8 plate that I got. I kind of cut the blanks out of, and then all I did was forged out the rings to draw them out. And then once you get this thing, you can forge this out, get it heated up, take you a chisel, and you cut your V-bit in it and use the corners of your anvil or the edges of your anvil to get your V-bit done. But that's one set that I've done. So need a tool, make a tool. This right here is one of the first set of tongs I ever made. It's a 1/4 by 1/4 square. I had originally made them to where they were like a bolt jaw tongs. I redid them. So what I did is I cut out the rivet, closed in the gap a little bit, made them flat jaw tongs, and then rounded this end out so you got some grip. So they work really good for flat jaw. This is another set of V-bit tongs that I made. This is made out of 1/4 inch thick steel plate that I had. Kind of drew out the shape that I wanted, cut it out, forged all that out, twisted it, rounded that off, kind of drew the reins out a little bit. Again, the rivet come from Tractor Supply, my local Tractor Supply. Wanted the chisels that I made, put it in the vise, chisel it out, and you can use the edges of your anvil to get your V-bit out. And then once you get that done, then you can take a piece of square stock, put it in there and kind of hammer it around to make it fit better. Just going over it, making sure everything's squared up. Got my scroll work done. And once that heats up again, we'll bring it back over here to the, I swear, don't ever get old. I'll bring it back over here to my little form, and then I can put it in here and get my scroll piece done. And then once the scroll's done, well, not the scroll, but once I get it rounded, then I can put it in the vise and then twist it and give it that little square. Take the square and get it twisted, and it'll give you a little decorative accent to it. It's not a lot, but it really does add a little bit more detail to it, considering it's so small. If you can, do something different. Don't just leave it plain, which sometimes, depending on what you're doing, you can leave it plain and it looks good. Sometimes less is more. Now we'll take it and cool off that little scroll tip. And also with doing a lot of this stuff, like I said, Ken's Custom Iron, if you'll look them up, they have pretty much everything you need to get started. Beginners, even experienced blacksmiths, they tend to use them. A lot of times you may be so backed up on your orders you can't make a set of tongs. Order you a set. This right here is a set of scroll tongs that I ordered, and then you pretty much just shape them however you want. Don't need them, however, I don't need the things drawn out, but you shape them, get them however you want. The rivet comes with them, and then all you got to do is just kind of round the ends out, and that'll give you your scroll tongs. And I screwed up on that S-hook. I put my little scroll the wrong direction, and that's the only thing I have to do is straighten it out. But sometimes when you're out here in the shop, sometimes you scroll work the wrong way, but all you gotta do is throw a little bit of heat to it. It's very, very easy to correct. While it's hot, get that thing in there, put it in our little jig. And we'll straighten that thing up. I'm having used the gas forge a lot more than what I am. I've been trying to redo the hood on my coal forge. Tried to use a 55-gallon drum. I've got to have it another about 6 inches lower, because as of right now, the way this is, it's not pulling all the smoke out, so my shop kind of fills up with a lot of smoke right now when I start the fire. And but that's another project that I'm working on at the time. But so far, I just used my homemade forge. I built this dual burners, built the burners myself, got it piped out through the wall to a tank. The tank you see behind me is going to be another tank that I'm going to use for another project. So, but there's always something going on in the shop. So anyway, I'm going to get y'all back up here and finish up that S-hook. For some reason that S-hook is not wanting to get the other end curled around like it's supposed to. Even though I'm using a jig, I don't know why that thing's not wanting to curl around like it's supposed to. Sometimes you just run into this stuff. Even, you know, I've been operating for a little over a year. Even guys that's been doing this for years can still have a couple of little hiccups on getting some scroll work done. It's just something that you have to go back and correct it. Like I said, it's metal and heat. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's easy to fix. Let's see if we can't get this thing. There we go. That's a little bit more light. Make sure everything's flat. Get that hook turned around. Give that other end a little bit more hook to it, and then we'll take it, put it in the vise and twist it. And that's what we'll do, is we'll get it cooled off a little bit, get it put back in the vise, and put a couple of twists on it, give a little decorative piece to it. And make sure when you're doing these twists, make sure you get everything lined back up. That way it don't look awkward. This right here is one of the little twisting wrenches that I made for the smaller stuff. So you got two different sizes. Right offhand, I can't remember what the sizes are that I made, but that's just one of the twisting wrenches that I made. Cutting that off while there's still a little bit of heat in this thing. So what I'll do is I'll take this wooden mallet that I made, and it'll straighten that stuff right out, and I don't have to worry about messing up my twist with a metal hammer because of the wooden hammer. That right there will do it. That's our S-hook for today. I hope y'all like it. It started off as I think a 3/8 round rod. Squared it out. Put my scroll work in it and rounded it, and also make sure that you put your scrolls in the direction that it needs to go, opposite from the other one. But that's the little S-hook for today. I hope y'all like the video. If you do, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want to see more of anything else. Like I do the scroll works, I do the occasional axe, do knives, handles, but if y'all want to see something, give me a comment. But like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.